with the bold blade. I run a better with the bold blade. Blend with the long way. One love to the southwest side.
Okay, guys, it happened again. Unfortunately, it happened again where another tourist was drugged and robbed by two girls. Did I tell you two girls? Did I tell you the other night to stay away from two girls? Well, I have another story of such. Follow along.
You're watching DC-born Rob, erasing borders. And now, the news.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. You're watching DC-born Rob, erasing borders. I'm DC Rob. This channel is dedicated to travel, #1, internationally, hopefully, and also for expats who live in Medellin, Colombia, and want to see the news in English without having to translate it on their own, as well as short-time visitors to Medellin, Colombia, and want to know what's going on in the news before, during, and after they return. So again, back to this story right quick. Let me set this up. If I make any mistakes in setting this up, it's not pertinent to the story, but here's the story. A guy was out with a couple of girls during the day, with a few fellas too. They had pizza during the day. And some of the things I'm mentioning are for a reason. They had pizza during the day. He went out later, partying at a couple of spots. They were at a hookah bar in Parque. And by the way, he was staying maybe 3 or 4 blocks from Parque. And actually, when they described where he was staying, I was like, that sounds just like the same place I stayed the first time I stayed there 8 years ago. Sure enough, it's right next door. But anyway, it's about 4 or 5 blocks away from Parque. He was out with a couple of girls, just some girls he was kicking with it, just friendly jiving with. But then he met a couple other girls that he was with during the day. He was kind of vibing with one. They all were out together. I think it was a couple other people. They got a bottle of rum. They were sipping on the rum, doing a few shots. I think this ended up around 4 o'clock in the morning. You'll see the timestamp in the video. So they commenced to walking back. That's where the video picks them up, walking back to his place. So let me jump into the video right here, and I'll narrate from that video. Okay, so again, this is right between Calle 10 Norte and Sur, between north and south, about 1 block north of 43rd. Okay, and as you see, he's walking up. This is the one that he was kind of vibing with. So he's walking up and opening up his door. This is just a tiny little street too. One car or a truck or something can block this up. Now here she comes. Look right here. She looks up, then she turns her head right quick. That's another thing that you need to cue on to. When they turn their heads quickly, there's a reason they're hiding their face. There's the time. Okay, so you saw the timestamp. It was 4:40 a.m. Wednesday morning. Okay, this is yesterday. It's actually today for me because I'm up late doing this video, but it actually happened this morning, Wednesday morning, the 8th of August. Anyway, at 4:40 a.m., you see them go into the apartment. Now, according to them, I just met this gentleman, another buddy of mine who's down there, who knew, go get this, who knew his friend had just went through this. He actually contacted me in the past because he had another friend that got. But I don't know if it was 2 girls. I think it was just 1 girl. They got drugged and robbed by somebody else. So now he's got another partner that comes down. Now, go figure. I don't know. Maybe I'm not that popular. Okay. But his friend hadn't seen my videos before. He's been over to Sweet Georgia Cafe. You know, it's not his first rodeo going down there. But you cannot watch 2 girls. Just remember that. So, and he recalls once they were inside that they were just sipping. He says he was actually sipping off the same drink as her. So he really didn't notice. He had quite a few shots, but according to him, he can handle his liquor. He didn't think he was going to black out or anything. He thought he was fine. All of a sudden, he wakes up the next morning and kind of disoriented and looks around and notices the girls are gone. Then notice that things look a little disheveled, and he had 2 laptops missing, cell phone missing, credit cards missing. They had gone through all this stuff, so they cleaned them out. Okay, but they did leave one thing. What do you think that is? and I want to give you my idea on what that is. But let's just watch the next video. This happens shortly. This is before he wakes up. But let me show you this video right quick. Okay, so this is about 2.5 hours later. I think the timestamp says 6:55 a.m. All of a sudden, the rats come out. One has a pizza box. Remember, they didn't go in with a pizza box. This is why I mentioned it earlier. They had pizza during the day, so she's not taking old pizza from earlier. And she has a backpack. I have to show you this again, though. Okay, here we go again. You guys are analytical, so you may pick out some things that I don't notice. But as you can see, the trash truck guys are to the left. This street is small. I had a view of this street. I stayed here, I think, a little over a week. But here they come. Again, she's got a pizza box. The pizza box, they had pizza during the day. It's 4 a.m. She's not taking 12-hour-old pizza out. Now look, the girl that he came in with, the first one, knows don't look up. Now look at this next one. Watch what direction she's walking in. But as she shuts the door, watch how she walks away. She never looks at the camera. She's looking down the street. She knows there's a camera. Why she didn't tell her buddy, I don't know. But there you go, guys. Just that quick. Pairs. Okay, guys, so there you go. You've seen it for yourself. This is how this happens. If I had to guess, I would guess that this happens numerous times per night in Medellin, Colombia alone. And that's not even counting Cartagena, Bogota, Cali, all these other cities, Barranquilla. Who knows what's going on outside of this area? But in Medellin, Colombia, my guess, just from the stories that I read daily, just from the stories that I hear from you, and trying to extrapolate, if 10 guys tell me one thing, it's probably another 90 that didn't tell me anything or don't bring it up at all. So I just want you guys to be as aware as possible that this is going on. I don't say go or not go. And I told him, a couple of my thoughts on about going for newbies and things like that. But I mean, if you've been watching me for any period of time, you know where I'm coming from. Stop pulling these girls off the street. Never be cheap. Never be with pairs. I mean, there's so many things. And I get the comments too, man, why would I even go down there? I mean, I've learned a while ago, guys are going to go. They could literally be war in the street, but guys are still going to go. I mean, it is what it is. So knowing that, and after coming to that realization after a few years, my whole goal by doing these videos is to make sure that you stay safe. If you're going to go, watch these videos and be aware, be more conscious. Slow up on the drinking or stop the drinking. I mean, when I lived there, I drank it, but it wasn't like it is now, and nowhere near what it is now. And plus, I wasn't out there pulling nobody out off the street late at night anyway. So, I'm a little bit older. So, just look at me again, Big Brother Rob. I'm just giving words of advice from reading the stories, from talking to you guys, talking to a lot of you guys, all the emails, all the comments, all the suggestions. And I'm putting this all together and trying to pass on what information I can to hopefully assist someone. I do all these videos like I put in the comments. I do these videos for one. If I save one person from having to go through this, I'm good with that. From John the other night, who had the two girls and the one throwing one in his drink during a YouTube live. I mean, if you didn't see that video, go back and see it, but chances are you saw that. I mean, if that's happening, I mean, come on, what? And you saw that. What about the ones we never see? I mean, guys, you got to be careful. Stay away from these pairs. Again, as soon as somebody says, can my friend come over? Or anybody offer you a drink, take a sip. Can I get you another drink? There's another one. Anybody offer you a drink, just say no. Come on. Guys, you got to be careful. This gentleman was lucky. He just woke up feeling a little groggy, but he had fraud alert on his cards, by the way, so they didn't get money off of his cards, but there was some sort of transaction or possible transaction on what's it called, Bitcoin. So, and I don't even understand Bitcoin, so you tell me, for the Bitcoin people, How would somebody take a credit card or a debit card and try to get money, trying to buy something from Bitcoin? I don't know how that works. So he still got to investigate that. I'm not going to tell you any of the details about his stay or anything, name or anything, age or anything. Let's just keep that stuff private. I just wanted you to be able to see, and he wanted you to be able to see what goes on, what happened to him, what can happen to you. So you need, instead of being critical of somebody who's offering this information, I would suggest that you take this as advice and say, bro, thank you for sharing. Now I know what could happen. That's just it. I do these videos so you know what could happen. Okay, it could happen. You know it could happen because it did. And you saw it. You saw the girl the other night, right to drink, and it's, look, wait till he drinks. So who knows what they did inside this apartment? He didn't have cameras inside. I'd have had a hidden camera in there somewhere. But you know these girls know to look away from the cameras too. So just like this second one. But there were a couple of steals that they took from it. So I'm showing them now and throughout the rest of this so that you are on the lookout. They've since asked someone else, do you know this girl? And they know, obviously, they're regulars to the area. Now, before I jump off of here, there's one thing I asked you before. They did leave something. What do you think that is? Anybody? And this has happened numerous times, and that's why I'm putting together this. I'm formulating these ideas in my mind. I didn't see it, so I can't read their mind, so I don't know. But I'm saying that they left this for a reason. They left his passport. You know, 9 times out of 10, they leave the passport. A lot of you guys sometimes have to go to Bogota and get a new passport and go through all the stress and flying without, you know, going to the Fiscalia first and getting them. You got to jump through all them hoops. But a lot of times they leave the passport for a reason. Here's another tip. Never tell anybody when you coming or going. I didn't go there, a month and a half ago because I slipped up. I was on Taylor Made Show and I was like, yeah, I'm going next week. And I was a couple of weeks. And I said, damn, why'd I say that? So now I can't go. Never announce when you're going to go. And even more importantly, never announce when you're going to leave. I'm going to be here a couple more months. Don't let nobody know you leaving tomorrow or next week or anything like that. Don't let anybody know your personal business. I mean, anybody, whether you're YouTubing or not, never let anybody know when you're going or staying. Now, I'm guessing that they took gave him his passport back because it wasn't in the same place where he left it. He said it was weird where they left it. But he got his passport, which means what? Now he can leave. And for them, you're a problem. So now they want you to leave. Okay, just think about it. Just think about it from their point of view. Maybe I got a criminal mind from growing up in the city that I did. But I'm thinking if I were them, I would want the problem to go. If he told me he was leaving tomorrow, next week, or 2 weeks, or whatever, just get your passport. And after maybe going through something traumatizing like this, that you just want to out. So if you want to peace out, that's good for them. You know, I mean, think about it. You're now a liability for them if you're still there. That means you can go to the Fiscalia, you can go to the police, you can start looking for them. You can do like a couple other people did, hang flyers on. You know, some people don't take this lightly, as you've seen. Some people are principled. I'm a principled person. I got a ticket early today. I'm the type of person that'll spend $400 to come back here to fight a $59 ticket. I'm that guy. So there's some people who will hang flyers and go out of their way to make sure these people pay back. It's justice, and right is right. To be honest with you, I think they should be charged with attempted murder because they're not doctors when they issue it. I mean, if a doctor gave you some medicine and he didn't know what would happen, wouldn't he be liable for that? Wouldn't he lose his license? Wouldn't he go to jail if you died from it? If he didn't know what he was giving you, he had no right to give it to you. I mean, think about it. So, I mean, those just my thoughts on it. I don't know who they're working with, if they're working by themselves, but as you can see, according to this gentleman, he went in with him. He woke up without his stuff. So put the two together. Again, I showed you a picture of him. Just be aware. That's why I do these videos. Be aware. But anyway, thanks to everybody who supports the channel, whether financially or for those who write the positive comments in the comment section. I need that feedback. They're both pluses. They allow me to do what I'm doing. This video may get flagged just because of the topic alone. You'll know, again, if you see a commercial at the beginning of my video, it slipped through. if you don't see a video, I got, and I just took it off because there's no need in everybody watching commercials just to make a few cents off of the premium members, which I'm a premium member. Again, premium member pays for YouTube not to watch commercials, download videos, be able to, listen to it with the screen off, things like that. I think it costs me $16 a month right now, and it's worth it for me not to watch commercials. How the heck do you watch commercials? Anyway, that's just me. But anyway, again, thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the positive vibes for Andres and our guide, my guide Andres, and our charity, the El Faro neighborhood. If you didn't see them kids, man, at the end of the video, you that's got to warm your heart and want to leave something positive behind. When you leave, this is a good way to do it. Take a tour with Andres, and a small portion goes to the charity. And man, if you watch that video, my last video of him, the way he lit up talking about the kids and the kids learning and playing in the community, because some come from rough neighborhoods and rough lives at home and challenging lives at home. So to be able to go to a place like this, to be able to play and learn together in the El Faro neighborhood, which I've been a few times. I mean, go up there, see that swing set. We built that, okay? You as viewers and everybody who's taken a tour, we built that, okay? Everybody who's given a donation to them, we built that. Okay, so you can always go up in there no matter how run down or how much they break it, and we'll build another one if it breaks. Okay, let's support the kids and leave something behind. But anyway, take this story for what it is and hopefully get something out of it positive. And just, again, be aware. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe. Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below. If you're in Medellin and you need dental work done, from a basic cleaning to major reconstructive surgery, come see my guy, Dr. Carlos Maury. Contact information in the description below.